all pushed into the middle. We're going for that big dome shape. And we're using our smaller bats, so it really does keep us in check. Using the smaller bat, pretty much maxing it out. Down. Straight down. Perfectly centered. Come right into the middle. Slowly, we're going to open this form up. All the way down. We're going to flush down to the bottom of the bat.
Atkins just wanted to say hi and bye and lost tool.
And lost tool? I did lose a tool, that's funny. Already. Hi and bye. Have a great day. That's funny. Dang, first thing of the day, I lose a tool. That's crazy. Probably just fell. I mean, it's so big. How can I lose it? Going to create that actual drainage hole in there, and then create our ledge. Bring that over. Nice. Bring all this clay back straight up into the middle, kind of like, hopefully. Pull it in, collar it in. I'm actually really excited to throw today because I feel like my heart has been racing all morning. Gotta take a deep breath and enjoy the throw, enjoy the clay.
Signing in here.
Tiny.
Hey, Swamp Man. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. Just today. How are you? God be with us today. Much love.
God be with you too, Tiny. Doing good.
We got sunset.
Sunset.
Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Like, let the clay go a little bit further than I wanted it to on the bat, so we're just gonna push it in right from the bottom. Bring it all the way up. First throw of the day.
Have a good day. Might pop back in, but busy with multiple schools.
Ah, do your thing. Yeah, we are gonna have a shorter stream today. The Masters is going on, and it's like the one sport that we want to watch. So. Anyone out there really like golf? Nice. All right. So I just want to like create, you see how my clay is just over the bat a little too much? I need to kind of undercut that so I can get my finger down below. I just kind of let it go a little too far.
Since it's you guys send out the hanging planter, I don't remember if I said
Mm.
you guys can send that one already made.
Ah, figured we'd wait till your other one's done. It should be done by like next week. And then we can send them both in the same package. Hopefully that makes it a little easier. If you prefer us to send them separate, we can, but since you got two things and they'll both be done like within this next week.
Horse emoji and golf emoji for days.
Let's go. I guess I don't know too much about horses, to be honest. But the Masters is fun. Hopefully we get to go one day. It's like, in order to get a ticket, you have to put your name into a lottery. Because everybody wants to go. And a crazy thing that they do is they don't allow any phones on the course. So everybody that goes for the event, you're not allowed to have your phone at all. Which is like pretty cool.
Just a girl said, I wish I could do that.
Just gotta practice. Hopefully you get to try.
And Aaron said, goal of the stream today.
Goal of the stream is to get everything done. Literally, like, we're in a position where we want to throw everything on our list and trim everything that's on our drying racks. So, not a huge goal today to do like 50 pieces or anything wild, but we are in a really good state, guys. And if we can get everything done, man, go into this weekend, freaking sick. Tomorrow we have a ton of orders to pack up.
I do want Rory to win.
Oh.
Or one of the Canadians.
It'd be cool if Rory wins back to back. I mean, how many times has that ever happened? Do you know?
Like 6.
6 times. I want DeChambeau to win. That Australian guy's pretty cool too. I forget what his name is.
Sunset said, no worries, makes sense too.
Sick.
So I say, I just get the play-by-play later. But the Masters is awesome. Do y'all play golf? I used to play a lot in the early to mid 90s.
Nick is a good golfer. I'm still learning the ropes, you know. I'm a caddy much. We do really like to play though. All right, there's the topper. Took us a minute, first throw of the day, but we got it. Let's make the base.
Motivations music. The Jules.
Oh, thanks, Motivations. Wow. Appreciate you. All right, I made the topper. Base plate coming in.
Captain said, I beat my dad at pitch and putt, and he was practically pro, but only started at over 40 years old when he gave up football. Same club as Lee Westbrook.
Oh, wow. I don't know all the players.
And said, Jess, did you say DeChambeau? He's an idiot, very cocky.
He is funny, bro. No way. It's like I like his attitude. He's definitely not an idiot. He's super smart. I mean, in order to create like an empire, no, he's not cocky.
Very
Like,
humble and very
yeah. I've like seen a couple interviews of him, and he is like very down to earth. He's young, and he's like a content creator, so maybe he gets a bad rep. But I really like him. I think he's a good guy.
Like I said, what time does the Masters start today? First tee off, I think, was like 7 a.m.
Wow. There we go. So for our base plate, we're just going to create a little interior wall. This is where the opening of the drainage hole is going to sit. This way the drainage flows onto the plate itself. This out. Up.
Captain said he hit someone with a ball today.
Well, that's,
I saw that.
that sucks. That's casualties that
Gave him a good
happen.
lie.
A good what?
Gave him a good lie, though.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Like, it put him in a good position.
Oh, yeah.
It would've been
Oh my god.
soft.
Oh, I see. Dang. That was a good lie.
And he just says, I don't like him at all. What a crazy position to have. Someone you don't know, you know nothing about.
What did he do that made you not like him? I don't think I dislike any of the golfers that I've seen. Like, none of them seem to be like pompous. golfers, they're like really like down to earth is a good way to say it. And then also like a lot of them are religious and thank God for everything they have. I think that's pretty cool. They're out there in Mother Nature. Alright, let's see. So we want this plate to fit into the dome, so it needs to be a little bit wider.
Like I said, anyway, must go have a great day.
Thanks for popping in, Cat Kitten. Well, enjoy the golf if you're watching. Enjoy your day.
How many pieces we got on the list here?
Maybe like 15 or 20. Got 1, 2, 3 hanging planters, 4, 5, 2 butterbells. So that's 2, 4, 5, that's 10 pieces. A bowl, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pieces I have. And then everything that we need to trim. I guess I do really want to make that soup mug, so maybe we can do that too. Alright, that looks good then. Let's come right up under here and wire it off. I'm just holding the wire against the bat underneath, pulling it straight through. As straight as I can get it to be.
Christ Tea Light said just amazing how chill and natural patient you shape it.
Oh wow, thank you.
Sarah said, what is this?
So we are throwing pottery. These, right now we're making hanging planters. They're 2 pieces. They have a top dome and a bottom base plate. Here, I can show off this one that we have right here. This is our studio pot. So they all get the twine fed through them, but it's 2 pieces. So we have the top dome and the bottom base plate, and then they get connected in the center. And this is our Swiss cheese monstera. She's doing pretty good, but a little crispy. I think she doesn't like the direct sunlight so much. But when we move this over to the new house, I think we're gonna put new soil in it too. We fertilize it, but it's had the same soil for a long time. These are really nice. When you water it, the water just goes right onto the plate, so you can keep it inside or outside. It won't make a big mess. We're gonna make another one of these. So we got 3 pounds, 6 ounces going down. Cone and center this up. All this clay, we need to get it into the middle of the wheel in order to keep this symmetrical piece while we make it. So we just pushed it from 2 points of contact all the way up to the top, and then back down away from ourselves, kind of on 45. Good spot. I'm going to try to not do what I did last time and push this clay over the bat. Makes it so much harder for myself. We're going to come right into the center here.
Aaron said, what did you 2 have for lunch?
I didn't eat anything for lunch. We'll have some food after the stream. Did you eat anything? No?
No. Not yet. He said I had chicken biscuit.
Ooh, that sounds nice. We have all the fixins for to watch the Masters today. So this whole weekend, we've got Nick put some. Is it pork shoulder? So it is. And the pork tenderloin in the crock pot. We're gonna make some pulled pork later. Open this piece up. So, like I said, we're going to create that opening at the bottom where our drainage lives. all this clay, it's too flared out, so we need to collar it back in a little bit. You can either do that by holding the rim and kind of clawing, or like pushing in with our thumb and bracing with the other side, and then also holding the rim. Claw that in, or collar it. So 2 points, 3 points of contact. I'm using the back of my hand, my fingertips, and my other hand. Start at the bottom and slowly push this all the way back in, and then compress at the top. I still went over it. That sucks, man. Alright. That push back in. Bring that up. Compress. Alright. Start kind of shaping this dome. We're leaving extra clay in the center so that we can actually pull this out to be 7 inches wide. It needs to be pretty big, so make sure our top doesn't flare out too much. Collar it in, compress. Alright, so one more time. Push some clay out from the bottom. Oh, there we go. Now you can see it. Nice. Alright, then we'll come in here on the bottom with our rib. Max out our clay. A little fast. Slow it down. Bring it up. Going. There we go. Alright, that looks really good. Just double check. And yes, we are at 7 inches wide. Get rid of some of that slurry. I can wire this off, so I'm just going to come right up underneath. Fingers on the back, and slowly pull the wire all the way through. Nice. It's a big one. Alright, one more base plate coming up. We got 1 pound 8 ounces here. Fresh back going on. Coming up, get it all into the middle. Just pushing in from 2 parallel sides all the way up to the top. Pressing it back down. There we go. Gonna spread this out a little bit more. Start our little bowl shape. Now we want to create an interior wall. So we have a spot for our hanging planter to sit, where the hidden drainage happens. Right in here, nice compression. Side it, and pinch up a little tiny wall. Now we can come in pull out a nice plate. Pull this up a little higher than I think we're going to need it, because I want to be able to access the clay that's underneath here. So nice compression. And I'm going to use a tool here so we can actually get down the rest of that clay. Give that a nice pull out. Compress. And I think it needs to be a little wider, but let's check it out. Just a tiny bit wider. So, give it a soft pull. Nice. And I also like to make sure that we have a pretty decent angle where our dome's going to sit. Nice flat bottom.
Kip said hello from Denver, Colorado.
Hey! Hello to you out there in Denver. From us here in Florida. Definitely let us know where you guys are watching from. That's sick. We're in Lakeland, Florida. The Swan City. It's kind of cloudy today, actually. It rained earlier a bit. Alright, nice. Alright, come right up underneath. Find our bat.
Aaron said if you ever have a child, don't name him Harry.
Because he'll be the Harry Potter. Wow. Is that a Harry? Is that the joke? Because that's pretty funny. I don't think we've heard that one yet.
Soxy said Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
And Sarah, also from Denver, Colorado.
Whoa, double Denvers. Welcome in, y'all. Alright, we made our 2 large hanging planters. Let's go ahead and make, we have 1 bowl to make. 5-inch bowl. So let's get that one made.
Aaron said he's watching from Texas.
Texas. Texas fan. Represent.
Luke said hi from Mississippi.
Mississippi. Very cool.
And Anik said hi from Ghana.
Wow, Ghana. That's cool too. That's awesome to hear where everybody's watching from.
He said 6 out of 10 today.
6 out of 10. Hopefully hanging out with us can raise your spirits a little bit. There we go.
It rained here earlier too.
It's the rainy season. It's coming in. It's raining like every day now for a little bit in the morning.
Last Dave said I am in Davenport.
Davenport, yeah, man, you're very close. We're in Lakeland. Davenport's up and coming for sure. Alright, we're gonna make a 5-inch wide bowl that will be spouted, but the spout does happen once the piece is a little more firm. Not when it's leather hard, but we want the rim to not be as malleable when we go to alter it. So we opened it up, we left about 1/2 inch on the bottom for a nice tall foot ring. Bring this in, compress the top.
She said, are you on Linktree?
We do have a link tree. the link is on our Instagram page, but it pretty much just links you here and to our website.
Last day, I'll be in Lakeland tomorrow night to watch the Flying Tigers.
Get out of here! Very cool. We love going to spring training. I know it's like the whole season is now, but.
I feel pretty good, but something is off in my spirit. Not sure what that's about. I guess 9 out of 10 is about right.
Yeah, I guess I'm feeling like an 8. How are you feeling, Nick?
Pretty good.
That's good.
And I hope it won't rain. And good luck, you guys.
Thank you, and yeah. Hope it doesn't rain on you either. No delays. Alright, we gotta get 5 inches on our caliper real quick. Actually, we're just making 1, so let's say. That's the wrong side. Well, we're there, we're at 5, so good to go. Perfect.
I said, I don't know how y'all's animals are, but my sister's St. Charles Spaniel could care less. He goes and does his business, but the cockapoo is like, hell no.
Little guy's all up in her business. Until he's not. He's either like wants love or doesn't want love. Alright. Wired him off. We got a 5-inch by 3-inch bowl.
OBS disconnected.
Solid. Jeez. Oh, I literally just fumbled that bowl. Guys, what is today? I went to put it on the shelf and I didn't have it all the way on the shelf and it just fell forward. Like it was. Is Smash Ball, do we have a bingo today?
I didn't think so.
Alright, well, we're just gonna skip the bowl, we'll do the bowl later. Let's go into Butterbell. Alright, no, let's do these mugs. Is CJ here?
I don't think so.
Never mind. We're gonna make their mugs. Let's see. Oh, what a day. What a day. Let's get rid of this guy. Get a fresh bat. Maybe some cleaning of our chamois. We don't have any bat pins on our wheel head, so to get around not having a stationary bat method, we use a chamois, wet it down, and then wring it out. It creates a non-slip surface for our wood and our plastic bats. As long as you stay pretty centered and keep the chamois clean, it's pretty solid. Alright, so first we're going to make a tall Kirby mug, and then we're going to make, I need to make sure I have the right clay too. Of course I didn't do that. I'm really off today, guys, sorry. Let's see. How much clay are we working with? Good question. Alright, 1/8. We're going to make the wide Kirby mug first. Her tall Kirby mug is 12 ounces, but they also do want 2 wide Kirby mugs, 16 ounces. Different amounts of clay. Right down here.
Big shout out to Amber for the 340 viewers.
Whoa, Amber. Thank you. That's wild. Welcome in. Alright, we're going to open this piece up. It's going to be a nice big mug. Yeah, shout out to CJ, placed an order this morning before the stream even started. For 2 more mugs, even though last stream they just bought 2 mugs. And I have a whole kitchen set soon. They bought a mug before too. Alright. A nice flat base. Come up here, and it's going to be our wide curvy style. So I'm going to start our bevel, give another nice pull up. Let's do that again. I'm going to grab all that clay. Nice. Feed that up. Round it out. Bring it up through the body. And up through the top. It's kind of the shape that we're going for. We use 1.5 pounds of clay for a 16-ounce mug in this shape, this form. There we go. A little more water, just so I can come right in here.
Gigi Oza said, can you do a backflip, please?
Who are you? Is this a Cadence? It's alt account? No backflips here. What the heck? That's funny.
Hey, little guy, what's the word, bro?
Is he still chilling with you?
Sleepy guy.
Oh. Sleepy beaver.
Yes, disconnect.
Why? Maybe like the modem is updated. Alright, this is the shape I am looking for right there. Maxed out our clay. Feels good. Nice even walls.
Definitely having some connection issues today as well.
Sorry guys. Very, very soon we will have different internet. Very, very soon. Before you know it. Alright. Oh, let's wire them off. So we put a little spiral in the bottom. Nice. And this will get a nice big handle right on the side as well. We're going to make 2, and we want them to match. So I'm just going to set this up here so that we can keep a good eye on him for our second one and make sure that they look as similar as possible.
Yeah, I guess when Tony said earlier that he couldn't hear and he has to restart, it's like every time OBS disconnects, they lose audio and they have to reboot their thing.
Seriously. That's crazy. What a pain in the butt. You guys are absolute troopers. True Swan fam. for being with us today and dealing with all this craziness.
Savvy beards and respect for the tree.
Thank you. We're making another mug here. I want to make sure that all our clay is centered, feels good. So far so good. Just get it ready to open it up. We're going to push it down into this mushroom shape where we use our fingers right underneath of it so we can give ourselves a nice starting spot for a pull. We're going to find the middle, straight down.
And how soon before y'all get in the house?
Well, we have to be in there by the first of next month, so hopefully, well, we're entirely moved over the week before, so it's gonna happen very quickly now.
Moving some stuff over slowly.
Yes.
But we do have to be out of here May 1st. It's gonna be like a couple days. This place empty, then we can clean it up a bit.
Yeah.
Be loose and really satisfying watching you work.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good job on the earlier mold too.
Oh wow. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying the stream. We are gonna make another mug. They're a pair. They're for the same order. So the goal is have them look as similar as possible for the set. There we go. Get a nice pull. Underneath, we're gonna grab some of this clay, start a double.
I said, dude, you know, I'm stuck with y'all like glue. You tell me to leave or something else happens, like the racket.
Oh my goodness. It would be tiny.
So I wish I was there to help.
Oh,
Really don't have that much stuff.
yeah. I honestly think everything could fit in the Jeep. Like,
The mattress.
you don't think it would bend and like bend in half and just like shove it in there?
Forrest said, don't you have to cover your face or wear a mask?
No. The only time that, I mean, if you're working with wet clay, you're good to go. Dry clay is where you need to kind of mask up if you're working with dry clay. But wet clay doesn't push up any particles into the air. Alright, let's see. So far we're looking pretty good. Feel for this underneath to make sure our walls feel good. Yes. Let this feel nice. Bring this up. Bring in our belly area and create another little top. Down. Kind of get low. Give it a good look. Looks good, guys. Looking good. Got all that slurry up and in there. I think, let's see. I think maybe our first one's a little wider, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna try to make it a little wider. Alright, perfect.
PK said, what's the biggest flower pot you've made so far?
We did make a 30-pound pot. That's gonna be the biggest pot we've made.
And that said, do you ever use any templates or jigs to achieve a certain shape or is it all by hand?
We do use some ribs. We don't use any jigs. So really like straight tools to help form, but we also make our own ribs for specific forms out of like old cards, or if we need to make them out of wood, we can as well. But no jigs, no molds, nothing like that. We do have a plan to make our own plate mold, because with plates that would be really nice to have like a plaster mold so that they dry evenly and they're always the exact same shapes. They stack really well. That would be really nice. Perfect. All right, so let's check it out. Got number 2 and number 1.
We got nitro.
Nitro, let's go. Okay, perfect. Shout out to CJ for this order. We're gonna make their 3rd mug right now.
They're all, I guess 2 are Kirby wide.
Kirby wides are 12 ounce, right?
Kirby tall,
Kirby tall.
12 ounce.
Yeah.
Kirby wide, 16.
Perfect. Okay, that's what I got. We made one of the tall mugs for her yesterday, so let's make the other tall mug right now. This is gonna be right.
Kelsey. Kelsey said, hi from SoCal. Watching you is mesmerizing. Would you consider pottery physically demanding?
Yeah, I would say so. It's definitely labor intensive, but it's worth every part of it. You just gotta stay like active and stretch and know what you're doing. You know, you don't want to abuse your body. But I would say yeah. Thank you for being here all the way from SoCal. That's pretty cool. We are in Lakeland, Florida. We're all the way on the other side.
PK said, I think 40 years ago I last did pottery at school. Fun memories.
Wow, that's cool. Gotta do it again. 40 years is too long.
I just breaking in an engine on one of my RC trucks.
That's cool, man. That's awesome you get to do that full time.
Honeybee said I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
Whoa, not far at all. Let's go. How do you like it up that way? We get to explore Jacksonville. It's a bit far for like a day trip, but nice flat base. We're opening this up. So we're gonna make the first mug that we made was our wide curvy style, and now we're gonna make the tall curvy style. So it's very similar body, but instead of it being kind of short and stout, it's tall and skinny. And we're making it in the 12 ounce form.
I made pottery when I was pregnant with my daughter 34 years ago.
Whoa, that's cool. That's a nice memory.
I just had 69 in Toledo and Gary Wendy's.
45 here. Rained earlier.
Honeybee said, there's good areas like the beach or Riverside. Trend 190 said, what are you making today?
A little bit of everything. We're making mugs right now. We're gonna make some butter bells, a hanging planter, a bowl. We're gonna get to trimming later. like there was something else too, but I can't. Oh, V60 coffee makers.
Keeps it off. Love Potter videos. So he's smoking a lot.
Oh, very nice.
Matt says there are ever a concern with air bubbles or different densities within a piece as a format.
Yeah, you need to make sure that there's no air bubbles in your piece when you're throwing, and the way you do that is by wedging. So it's kind of like kneading the clay to push out any air bubbles. If you're using fresh clay from the bag, just purchased, you're good to go. There's no air bubbles really. Just need to make it so that you can throw on the wheel and start throwing. But if you're reclaiming, you want to make sure it's all the same consistency and that there's no air in it. Alright. Looking good. I have the first mug up here I'm looking at, so
Like you said, I'll have to be getting my mower out soon.
oh, yeah?
What kind of mower you got? We're gonna have to buy one.
Oh, I straight up like missed the text, but Megan did text us and say that there's like a Lowe's outlet somewhere close to us. I'll have to reread the message from yesterday.
J Gaming said, do you use a kiln?
We do, yes. We have a 28-inch Paragon Viking Cone 6 electric kiln.
Shout out to Steven from Jules.
Oh, let's go, Steven. Alright, I'm looking at the first one that I made yesterday. I'm looking at this one. They look very, very similar. I'm very happy. They're set as well. So, let's get a little spiral in the bottom here. Ah! Bro. Not cool. As soon as it's good to go. Alright, let's center it up. What an off day. Y'all like pottery fails or no?
We got the lovely Rosetta in the chat.
Oh wow, let's go. How are you, Rosetta?
Like you said, I have 3 Craftsman's 42-inch ride mower and 2 push mowers.
What's your favorite? And why?
Would you go gas or electric? Would you consider electric nitro?
Alright, fixed. That sucks.
Wild Child Creation said, "G'day from Perth, Australia, mate."
Whoa, g'day. Welcome in. Alright, this is the one from yesterday. So we're going to put them back under wraps and we're going to trim them later today. Nice. I think I'm gonna need a little more plastic on our pieces that were here from yesterday. Nice. Alright, what's next?
Rosetta said, "Yay, I can watch y'all as I do laundry."
Oh, nice. Chores distraction.
And Jarrell said, "Hiya SEC, one like for you, kind man."
Let's go. Thank you, Jarrell. Alright. Going butterbells now, guys. 2 sets of butterbells. So these guys have 2 pieces right here, we have our basin and a lid that holds butter. So you put butter up top, a little bit of water in the bottom. It creates a nice airtight seal, so you can keep it on your counter. It stays soft and spreadable. And then you can bring this to your table and use it whenever you're ready. That's really nice. We do have 2 of those guys to make.
Nitrous, I prefer gas, but I do have a brushless 80-volt trimmer. Got one on here.
All right.
19 out of 10 today.
Whoa. What's going on?
Sorry I'm late. I was working on my wildflower and native grass seed dispersal project.
Whoa, that sounds cool.
And Stephen again with the jewels.
Steven, thank you for the jewels. That's very nice of you.
And Francisco said, Hola, buenas tardes desde Argentina.
Hola. Welcome in.
Bienvenidos.
Gracias. Alright.
Those buttermills are so cute.
Hey.
My household uses margarine instead.
I mean, honestly, we do not use butter much at all. I don't know anything about margarine, to be honest. Alright, let's see. Let's give a nice pull up. We're keeping the lip of this piece nice and thick. And then we're going to start a creation where our gallery is going to be. So I'm just going to give it like a little 45-degree push. And then underneath, we're going to create that bevel that we like on our pieces. Up, and then feed all that clay right here through. Bring it up, and then leave that top area nice and thick.
And just posted a pic of dirt.
Dirt. Definitely love me a dirt. Oh my goodness, look at those eyes. The little nose. It's a cute dirt.
Said, Just Nick, how's it going today?
It's pretty good. We're doing an early stream today because we're trying to watch the tail end of the Masters later. It's like the only sport that we like to watch on TV at least. Good.
L7 said, is this cup for tea or coffee?
So this is actually going to be the first half of a butter bell, a little butter keeper dish. So what you do is you put a little bit of water in the bottom, and then the top has a really tall lid that holds butter inside of it. Go. Our last step here is we're going to swirl the wall. So I'm just adding a little bit of moisture, a little bit of water. I'm going to come in the bottom, brace the outside with my little finger tool, and then on the inside we're going to create a divot with 2 fingers. So slowly on the wheel, we just bring this straight up, and we've swirled our wall perfectly. And we just clean off our bat a little bit. We defined our gallery, leaving that edge nice and smooth, and then we put a little swirl in the center already. So let's make the lid for this guy. Nice and wired off, hopefully not too many tragedies today in our chill stream. Already like 2 tragedies down. Alright. So the one measurement that we need from here is how wide do we want to make the interior of this lid. So I need to come right in here and just get our opening measurement. And that's it. Let's pop this guy right here. Clean our chamois off. Get a new bat. And we're going to come in with 1 pound of clay. I'm going to quickly center this. Start with a low profile disc because we want our wall to be this wide. So make it even wider. What is today, guys? Double check. Just drop my caliber, so. Looks good. I'm just going to push a little bit of clay down. And that'll be the lid. Sits inside the gallery. And then we want our wall to be this thick. Looks very good so far. Right into the middle. About 1/4 inch on the bottom. Bring all this clay up together. Compression. Nice tall wall. Just keeping the interior corner rounded, my exterior corner straight.
That came from the gym.
Cadence. What's up, friend? Alright, we're looking good. Just gonna come down here and make this a nice corner. Straight wall. Alright, we're good. Smooth that out the best we can. That looks good. I think what I'm going to do also is measure my gallery. Usually I do this in the trimming stage, but I kind of want to do it right now, so let's see. See how wide the gallery is. Let's start there. Take this off.
Kate said I'm painting my car key right now to look yellow.
Your car key? With what kind of paint? Does that work?
Yeah, we got Mandy in the gym.
Let's go, Mandy. Alright. I don't think I'm going to spend too much time here. I'm going to do the rest of it during trimming. But that looks good. Let's wire him off. And that's the lid to the Butterbill. Two-pieced. Let's do that one more time. We've got 2 of them to make. compound 4 ounces coming down.
He said just using nail polish.
Is your car yellow? That might want to go to match. Alright. Straight down. That's good. Nice and centered. Into the middle. Quarter inch from the bottom. Open it up. And then compress. Push all this clay back up into the center. Press our rim. Underneath and grab that clay. Nice big pull. Leave our rim nice and thick. And also start forming where we think our gallery is going to be. Like right there. Looks good.
James and Hal are the best potters in the biz. And the best community out there watching.
Wow. We're chilling like villains. We're hanging out. Nitro? Get out of here. Let's freaking go. Nitro becoming a member of the Swan fam? You rock.
Big shout out to Nitro. Always say whenever anyone becomes a member, cancel anytime. Appreciate the support forever.
Yes.
Big shout out to Nitro.
That's huge. Thank you. Wow.
He said, I am grooving
Grooving good.
Ouchie dropped Ollie's leash on the way outside and accidentally hit my eye in the corner of the couch.
Oh, what? Oh my goodness. Glad you're okay. I'm sorry that happened. Alright, I like the way this pot is shaping up. Let's define the gallery a little bit more. Just come in with this tool that has like a little flat edge. Create a little 45 right there. Smooth out that ledge. And let's create our swirl wall. So a little bit of water, help glide us through. Right at the bottom, we're going to start bracing. Quick movement up while the wheel goes slow. And then we're going to put a little swirl on the bottom as well. Pull the water out of our sponge and get the water out from the bottom of the piece. A little swirl from the center to the edge. There we go. Clean up our
He said
back.
it wasn't my eyelid either. Open eye lamp.
Oh, right into the corner of the couch? You're lucky you can still see. Gosh.
Nitro said renewed.
Oh, renewed.
He said I just won't blow up like in Logan's Run.
Blow up, yeah. We literally never finished it. We watched like a little more than, I guess, almost all of it. 75% of it. Passed out, and then we never finished. They did blow up though, didn't they, at the beginning? Alright, so Let's get our measurement right here. We want the opening. Perfect. Pop this guy right here while we're working on the top. Fresh bat, where are you at? And 1 pound of clay. Nice. Going up. Press down. A little flatter. That's looking good. And we need this wall to be this thick. So, push a little bit of clay right here. Down. Save that. Come right to the center. Give about a 1/4 inch on the bottom, and then we're going to take the rest of this clay and feed it up into a wall. Nice round interior. Make it a little wider, so let's do it. Nice. Looks good. Clean up the inside, clean out the rim. Compress our little lip area. Make sure this looks straight. Alright. Just give this a nice cleanup. I'm going to take a little bit off. I never need all that's there, so put this back. Can I have that, please? Thank you. Back the bag. Dude, all day, bro. I'm trying to keep it chill. I'm trying to keep it low key. And maybe that's why they keep flying around. Alright. What else do I have way out here? A 2-pounder. Yeah. More 2-pounder. Nice. Let's make our V60 coffee maker, and then we're gonna wedge out another V60. Where's our bat? Fresh bat coming on. Nice.
So maybe go to the freezer and grab a steak. Just the meat, no wrapper. Put it on your eye. It's still bruised, but it won't swell.
That's some old school stuff right there. Is that the Sandlot? Yeah.
Decker said you need to finish watching it.
Yeah, we do. Alright, let's see. So we got 2 pounds of clay, and we want to start our form kind of in this, like, what kind of form would you call this? Like a cylindrical form. Straight down to the bottom. And we're going to split this in half. So find the center. Looks like about half. We're going to form another ball right on top. Just like that. Center it up. Press it down. Push this down a little bit as well. That'll be our base plate. And this top area is going to be the cone for the dripper. Straight in. All the way down to the bottom. Nice. Bring that in a little bit more. Just using my thumb here to push all the clay from the outside up and bracing the inside. Nice. Getting kind of sludgy here with my water. So. That feels good. Start pushing this, pulling this out a little bit, creating this.
I'm appointed with the ENT in 90 minutes. My sinus infection will finally be gone.
Oh my goodness. The EMT? Alright, we have a template here that we use. We made this. It's a 60-degree angle, and we have some lines on the top that show us how tall we're supposed to be for our O2 filter. We're going to slowly introduce this. Looks good. I need to switch hands. Nice, we got our height well as well. Good.
It's ear, nose, and throat knocker.
Alright. We are going to swirl this wall here on this V60. So, what we're going to do is put a little bit of water on the outside and a little bit of water on the inside. So our fingers can glide.
Marky Mark said, do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know. Do you believe in ghosts? There's definitely something else, but I don't know how to define ghost. Alright, we're going to go the other way on this wheel. Bring that out so it matches. That's what I'm looking at. I'm going to make another one of these too. I want to have some extra ones. There we go. Swirly V60. This is a nice one. Alright, I'm going to wedge this next one up. I have it weighed out, but it's got multiple pieces all together, so we want to make sure there's no air trapped in between each piece. So we're going to knead this clay, just like in a nice spiral, pushing all the clay, or all the air out.
As I said, I probably had this fungal infection in my sinuses since August. Started treatment in November.
Oh my goodness. That's freaking awful.
And I just said, my doctor took me off Ozempic and put me back on metformin. Ozempic doubled in price and was also making me sick all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hear good things about Ozempic. A lot of side effects.
It said, Jess, you should do a backflip.
Kaden said that? Yo, Kaden, I thought it was you earlier. Some random person came in and asked me to do a backflip. And I said, you know Cadence. Was that you, Cadence? Was that your friend? Oh my goodness. Want a tear? Please? Okay, I'm gonna weigh out this hanging planter as well, which is 1/8 for the top and 1 pound for the bottom. And we'll make that right after the 260. Same deal, we just want a wedge. I can see there's still a couple air bubbles from the top, I can tell. So we'll just keep wedging until all that clay gets processed through. Looks way better. I'm gonna do one more, less than 1 pound. Very close. 1/3. There it is. Same deal. Knead it, wedge it. Any air that's in there, pushed out. That's good for now. Bring that down. Nice. All right, we're gonna make another swirly V60. Here we go. Switch over to this other side of the splash pan too. We want to find that nice, tall, cylindrical, kind of square profile so that we can split this in half. Oh, that's not good. Bless you. Recenter it right on top, and then we're going to push this down a little bit, create a nice flat base. That's about where we want to start. Get this top nice and even. Feels good. We'll come straight down in here, all the way to the bottom. When we're opening the V60, you just want to keep this as straight as possible. You don't want the base, the bottom part of the V60 to open up too far, otherwise it won't be a straight line for your filter. Come down a little bit. And then we're going to start pulling this up, and we're pulling all the clay from the outside. Is that little guy's fault? Up and compress. I just saw Mandy say bless you, whoever sneezed. Yeah. Especially once it rains and then dries out, and then rains and dries out. It's like,
I got a few more left in me.
oh no! Gosh, I hate sneezing too. It's like full body convulsion. Nice. Alright. I'm gonna give this like one more pull, and then we're gonna use our template again. Come in here and make sure we have a 60-degree angle. Nice. Alright. Template wet the edges so it slides in a little bit nicer. Softly. All the way flush down to the bottom. I have to switch my hands, but that looks good. Pretty much what we're looking for is for it to match the interior line, and also at the top that there's no ellipse happening, that's an actual full circle, so it fits the filter when it's inside.
Gotta get some fresh honey.
Ooh.
Osby said, I don't know which more amazed me, your clay work. Alright, never mind. Bogus.
Bogus. Nice try, buddy.
Shout out to you guys. Thanks for reading. Unless you.
Aw.
He said, will those work on top of the 16-ounce mugs?
Yes. We make this so they work on top of every drinking vessel that we make. Pretty much they'll work on top of anything that you have at home, as long as the whole thing is like if the handle goes over the rim, then it just is like lopsided. So that's kind of not the best looking, but it still works. And then this is about 4.5 inches wide when it's done. So if you have one of those like giant mugs, then it won't fit, but it'll fit everything else.
I just said when my wife was pregnant, she had this quirky double sneeze. When the second one started before the first one was over.
Oh, that sounds awful. I'm sorry. Sorry for her.
I just said our rhubarb is coming in our garden already.
Ew. Oh man, I can't wait to have a garden, guys. Nick and I have been planning so much.
Love strawberry rhubarb jam.
I don't know if I like rhubarb. Do you know, do you like rhubarb? Have you had it?
Yeah.
I don't know anything about rhubarb really. I had an aunt that used to make like a legendary rhubarb pie, but I never even had it, so I'm not sure. Alright, we got it. Let's wire him off. Hopefully.
I don't know what the heck Tiny said, but he said, I'm still working on that butt snort.
What the frick are you talking about?
Wanda said, oh wow, I missed my boss's text 25 minutes ago.
Wow.
So y'all have an
Howdy.
amazing day and weekend.
Let's go. You too, Bonsai. Enjoy your 19 out of 10 day. That's fantastic. Alright guys, we only have a couple more pieces to throw and then we're going to start trimming some things. So I'm hoping we can make it through with this sludgy water that we have. What did I say we need to do? Go through our list here.
He said, may God's love and comfort sustain you for all your days.
You too, Bonsai. Thank you.
Big shout out to Bonza. Hopefully everything goes well with the ENT.
Yes.
And hopefully they can get you cleared up.
Yeah, give us an update on Tuesday.
Have a great weekend out there.
Alright, hanging planter. 5-inch. coming up. Open them up. Alright, straight to the bottom, and then create a ledge. Get all this clay back up. There it is.
Rhubarb is tart by itself, kind of like green apples. Better to pair it with something sweeter to even the taste, like adding apples to sauerkraut.
Wow. Yeah, man. I guess I'm gonna have to try rhubarb. I know like what it looks like. It looks like red celery, right? Can you eat the leaves, or is it true that the leaves are poisonous? Alright, start pulling it out a little bit. Straight up. Layer it out a little bit too much, of course. Push it back in. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Alright, let's see if we can get a little more height out of this. That's what we need. There it is.
Like the lid players are kind of struggling today.
Really? What's going on?
It's a rhubarb pie is the bee's knees.
Mm.
And also, yes, you're right, Jess, not safe.
Not safe. That's what I thought. Guys, I'm not very happy with this one. It's just gonna come in further at the top.
Like I said, y'all never saw grown-ups too. When one guy would sneeze, burp, and fart at the same time, and they called it the butt snore. So I've been seeing if that's really a thing.
Jeez.
Actually said his wife Gail makes all kinds of rhubarb stuff.
Oh. I'd be interested. Is it jam? You can make rhubarb jam? Did somebody say that in the chat already? I'd like to try that. Alright, I'm done with this guy. Looks good. Fixed him up. Drop my tool. Boom. Alright, let's just get a decent measurement here. Alright, we're good. Pop them over here. Let's make our base plate out of 1 pound. Alright. Cone up. Press down. Start with a nice little flat space.
I said, poor Nick, every time he talks, he sounds like he's gonna sneeze. I think I got most of them out. She's the guy that was fixing my car today.
What's up with it? What needs fixed? Alright, a little interior wall action. Then a nice big base plate. Nice. Then we can come in here and just create angle.
Got Lawrence in the room.
Hey, Lawrence.
Good afternoon, Jess and Nick reporting for duty.
Good day, sir. At ease. Welcome in.
stocks.
Yes.
We eventually, which eventually is for Ollie's homemade food gravy.
That's really cute. We definitely keep all of our kitchen scraps for stock. That's what's up. And soon we'll be able to have a space to compost. That'd be nice. All right. Base plate right here. All right, let's run through the list. We did the 2 V60s. We did tall curvy mug. We did 2 wide curvy mugs. We did a bowl. We did 2 Butterbells, which are 2 pieces each. And then we did 2 large hanging planters, which are 2 pieces each. 1 small hanging planter, 2 pieces. 16, that's the whole list. We done did it. Now we can trim some stuff. How long did it take us to do 16 pieces?
1 hour, 31 minutes.
That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Alright. Let's just, let me try to get a little cleaner. I don't know how clean we're gonna get over here, but decent enough. With our super smelly water. Alright, we have some, oh, scary. Have some condiment cups to trim. We have some hanging planters, some, I think maybe a bowl and a mug. So let's see, let's do these, let's do this mug first. About it.
Get a close-up view of this swirlware.
Okay, yeah. Now that I've got clean fingers. Alright, this is the new blue swirlware. Oh my gosh, it actually looks so good with the clear. I didn't even notice. Alright.
Little guys in the way, hold on.
Wow.
This is the first time we did the swirlware with the White Bear semi-porcelain too.
And it's so smooth, and this is not sanded yet, so it's going to be even smoother when it's sanded.
But it's nice and shiny.
Oh my gosh, it's so shiny. Yeah, I mean, porcelain clay is a tougher clay. So having the semi-porcelain, it like makes it look so nice. I don't know how well you can see the inside. Color blue as well. So we clear glazed the inside and left the exterior unglazed. One look at the bottom, bro. Oh, here, yeah, I got it. Nice. Isn't that insane? Came out nice. We made, how many are down there, you think?
Like a dozen.
A dozen? Very cool.
Shout out to Trip.
Hey, that's right.
Wanted a custom blue and green, blue swirlware and green swirlware mug.
Yes. I really, really like the blue. The green came out so foresty. He wanted like a dark green and a dark blue. I hope he likes how they are. It's pretty much like, do whatever you want, guys.
Leah said, OMG, that blue.
Isn't it insane?
Lauren said, nice mug, is it for sale?
We will have an extra one. I think we're going to take some pictures and let Trip pick his favorites. We have 2 of each. He ordered 3. So we'll give him the 6 options and then see which ones he wants. And then we'll have some extras. What do you think? You want to list them?
Mandy said we're actually going to go to Lowe's this week to get stuff for our raised bed on the deck.
Aww. That's it. Let's go. I've been looking up so many videos of preserving herbs. And man, I'm so ready. Do you guys have, do you do any like jarring?
Said my ramen has a same name. It's Hammy. My ramen has a second name. It's CHESSY. ate some hot sauce, and you know why? Because ramen's good with you, and me, and Jess, and Nick, and the little guy.
I love that. What a good ramen song. The Swan ramen song.
The blue is so vibrant. Expo Harper Blue.
It is so vibrant. I absolutely love it.
The color is gorgeous.
We're gonna
I love that blue camo.
Nice, man. When tomorrow we're gonna show off all of them in a short, so watch out for it. All right, let's see. Final test as we pick it up and see if it's light enough. Feels perfect. So it's a nice trimmed mug. We're gonna stamp the bottom. So brace underneath of it. Come in with our swan stamp. Find the middle. Straight down and rock it back and forth. Get a nice crispy stamp. And then this guy's gonna go under covers because it needs a handle. That's not gonna happen today. Alright, next up we have a big bowl. The first thing we do with our bowls is ensure that the rim is round. Just like that. Perfect. Flip them over.
Leah said, "You ever forget to stamp them?"
Yeah. Dude, it's the worst. When you went through the entire process and you look at the bottom, there's no stamp on it. It happened it doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, it was whatever had happened, I had forgot a couple instead of just like one. So we do have a underglaze pad and an underglaze stamp, but it's really not as nice. It doesn't have the ear on it. It's not as crispy as a real stamp. So if we notice it in the bisque, it can be fixed. If it goes through its entire firing, like there's no coming back from that. I mean, we could fire it again. We could put the underglaze on there and fire it again, but that's like, so, blah. That's one of the worst things. Because it's like you can't have the pottery out there in the world without, I mean, maybe one day that'll be the elusive thing. You know, we'll be on like Antiques Roadshow. Some people will be like, it's unstamped. Like, I can't tell. Oh, well, because of this and this, we know that.
They said no jarring, unfortunately. But my dad got this, before my dad got this, he used to be all about doomsday prepping.
Ooh. Yeah.
Good jarring. And he has a shelf in his office just for his prepping books.
Oh. Nick likes prepping stuff. It's definitely worth having some go gear, especially in Florida, when the electricity could go out because of the weather. Alright, so we're just creating a nice tall foot here, and then rounding out those little edges. It's about a 1/2 inch foot, and then we're just going to smooth it out. A tiny bit of water, really not a lot. You don't want to oversaturate anything. That looks good. So it looks like there's a foot ring sitting on top of the bowl. That's the goal. Upside down right here. Stamp. Boom. Fire. That's great. Put this guy over here on the drying, in the drying area.
Oh, wow.
is the hanging planter, the small one. So 2 pieces. So we just threw this, but this one's untrimmed, so you can see it still has lots of little spots that need fixed and rounded out. But they sit together really nicely, and they get hung through the topper. So the way that we trim this is we start with this upside down, center them up.
I said, it lets me use my tomahawk ninja skills. So I said, I don't mind prepping. Lets you use my tomahawk ninja skills.
Ninja skills?
Like I said, we had to give up farm life because my dad is not able to go very far without excruciating pain. To be fair, the farm to be deserted. That's why we moved 3 years ago.
I remember you said that you had to move. Maybe one day you can have a farm of your own and move back. Alright, we're just gonna round this out.
Whoa, throwback. Remember when Nick showed off his tactical vest on stream? I forgot about that.
Did you make me put that on? I feel like I remember that. Wow. That is a throwback, huh? You can have a whole closet just for tactical gear. Alright. So we're going to use our topper as a chuck, a base to trim our base plate. We just want to round this out. This corner right here will have all that extra clay that was needed to throw. Done deal. Just like that. Flip them upside down. Recenter it upside down. And we are going to use a marker, felt tip pen, create a line so that we can get an even punch. We need a hole punch on either side of our interior wall.
I said, Nick knows what I'm talking about. He went through the training. He even has the tactical vest to prove it. Let's get it.
Dang.
And he said, I remember you showed off your Mickey Mouse jacket too, Jess. Good times.
Oh my gosh, my jacket. It has it's a Winnie the Pooh jacket. I remember. I still wear that all the time. I remember doing that. It was funny. All right. I want a nice crispy stamp here, so I'm just gonna make it wet. Put a little bit of powder down, baby powder. And get something nice and crisp. Perfect. Last step on this guy is we want to center it on our wheel here. Nice. And we got to make 3 punches around the rim. So just grab another marker. Hole punch number 1. Guess-ish where our third's gonna be, and then our second, and then our third is what really matters. This is where the triangle comes in. So nice and lined up, and punch it out. Boom. We've got the base.
Let's see. Rosetta said, almost done with laundry. Got 2 more loads. Thank y'all for the stream.
Of course. Glad we can hang out with you. You can hang out with us, vice versa.
I just said there's a dragonfly buzzing around our yard.
I freaking love dragonflies. I remember this season when I saw the first dragonfly that I'd seen. I was like, yes, she's here.
Tiny said Mickey Mouse is rad, but do you know his original name?
Oswald. Unless there was another one.
Oswald was a rabbit, though.
Oh. What was Mickey's original name then? Maybe Tiny can
I think
enlighten
Oswald
me.
is the original Mickey, but I'm not totally sure. Nitro said Steamboat Willie.
I don't think that's his name. I think that's the name of a series. I'm not sure. I need some fact checks. Alright. This one's a little more on the wet side than that first one, so I'm just going to be a little more careful. There we go, nice and round.
Since then I'm back. Me and my daughter went on a walk. Such a beautiful, warm day with a little breeze.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Rebecca in the room said, I believe Mickey Mouse's name was Mortimer.
Mortimer.
I could be wrong.
Tiny.
And TD said, so what was that?
So this is a hanging planter. We're trimming them upside down. This is the base plate. We're going to trim the base plate upside down. And we're going to punch out all the holes that we need to attach our twine. So we just want to round out our bottom here. And then we need to punch out 2 holes in the interior wall. So nice and lined up. Create a straight line and let's punch out the holes. 1 on either side, so line them up so he hangs nice and straight. So this is the plate. This is the base. We just need to put our stamp right here. And that's the drainage hole. We're going to flip them over. Line them up again. He's a little uneven, so what we're going to do is make sure a nice round opening. Centered, and punch out 3 holes for the twine at the top. 1, 2, 3. Just line up the third one so they all look proportionate. Boom. Now we have the base plate and the topper. They fit together just like this. Twine gets through the center, out the top. Plant your plant right inside, but we do draw these upside down together like this. So this guy right over here. And we keep on keeping on. There's another one here. Upside down.
TD said, I don't get how it hangs.
Ah, here, I'll show you this guy here. This is the one that we keep in our studio. It's the large size. This is 7 inches wide. The twine comes up through the center holes, and it's tied together in through the middle, so that when they're separated in this area, that's where the drainage happens. The water goes onto the base plate, and it doesn't overflow. It doesn't go through the bottom. It just stays in the plate. This way you can keep it inside your house or outside if you wanted to. And then the string that we use is a plant-friendly plastic twine, so it does not disintegrate over time. I've had this one for many years. She's killing it.
And Geneva said hello from Tucson, New York.
Hey, oh, thank you. Hello, hello. All the way from Lakeland to out in Tucson. Lakeland, Florida here. Alright, guys. is round out this corner so it looks like a dome. And with our trimming tool, start carving away. Remove our little base. And then our base plate, flip upside down, do the same thing. We use this cork so that we can apply pressure in a larger surface area and disperse that pressure so we don't just create a big finger hole on the top of our pieces. Flip them over. Center it up again. Let's go ahead and punch out our twine holes. 1, 2.
And you said, do you make your own clay?
We do not make our own clay. We do make our own glazes for the pieces, but the clay comes from Kentucky Mud Works. It's called White Bear. It's a semi-porcelain clay body. It's really, really nice.
Sunset said she has 9 siblings. And she's the 10th child.
That's, wow. That must have been a crazy house.
Carissa said, how did you come up with the name Swan City?
Well, we do live in Lakeland, Florida, and Lakeland is known as the Swan City, so it was a homage to Lakeland, Florida. There are so many swans here in Lakeland, it's not even funny.
She said, you guys didn't know that about me?
So you're the babiest baby? Did not know that about you. Bisque shelf is filling up again. Once these mini jars are dry, I think that'll be our next bisque kiln. A couple glazes to run through.
Said I am.
That's crazy.
She said, if you see my mother, she's a small lady, probably 4'11" and thin. She looks great.
Wow. Yeah. 10 babies. That's crazy. Good for her. That's awesome. Does it make you want to have a lot of babies? Have a big family too? I know you said you wanted another one, but you trying to have 10? Even and connect. Like that. Next up, base plate. Nice. Trim off this big corner.
Liquid said you like to work with porcelain.
Liquid. I think I prefer stoneware, but porcelain looks amazing. Like, the fact that we have a semi-porcelain clay body is the best of both worlds. Literally, like, I mean, we're not that far into using. How long has it been that we've been using the white bear? Do you think?
Maybe a year.
A year, wow. Just like every time the pieces come out and they look so like shiny and just like, oh man, the colors look so much better than they ever had. It just makes me happy that we have this clay body. We used to use Little Loafers, which was a true stoneware, but it had no grog in it and it was super smooth. That was created by Highwater Clays in North Carolina, and they lost their whole facilities due to Hurricane Milton. It's super sad. But that's when we changed over to Kentucky Mudworks.
Chris said, how long you been doing it?
Been throwing for 10 years, business for 6.
And Liquid says, is it hard to work with porcelain?
It's not, it's different. So people do say that it is hard because it has different characteristics. You have to like let it dry really slowly and you can't use as much water. It like, when you use too much water, it ends up just flopping over. So you have to use less water when you're throwing or hand building than you normally would. You have to let all the pieces dry super slow. So people say it's finicky. That's how people put it. I wouldn't say it's hard. It's just it's different. So you need to learn it. You know what I mean? That's with any clay. You have to learn its properties. Stoneware is a lot easier. It's a lot more forgiving.
We got 15 in here.
Hey, what's that? 15?
Said, y'all think TS ever gonna get better?
What's that?
I'm not sure.
What's that? I don't know. I'm trying to like really think about what that would be. Alright. Just over here creating a little more space.
Chris said, what did you guys do before and what made you want to get into this business?
Well, Nick always ran his own businesses and was a photographer, personal trainer, did like everything graphic design. I was doing this as a hobby and working in a coffee shop, and I really loved it. And when Nick and I got really serious and decided we were going to create a life together, Nick was like, we can do something more with ceramics and make a business out of it and help other people and provide something useful. I always wanted to do art. We both didn't want to work 9 to 5, so we wanted our own business, freedom of that, and it all came together in harmony. So thanks to Nick.
Tom said, don't have kids. That's my take after having 2 and being a single mom now. Single moms are some vicious creatures with their children in relationships.
Who said that?
Tiny.
Shiny. Oh my gosh, Shiny. I think we can't speak upon your experience. I'm sorry. You feel that way?
God said, be fruitful and multiply. He said, it's just internet brain rot. Don't worry about it.
Don't come up in here with all that. What the heck, man? We need useful facts, Christine. What do you got? What do you got to share with us? Alright. These little condiment cups, they got a small hidden foot.
Sunset said photography. I love photography.
They should check out Nick's Instagram.
It's pretty old now, but
It's pretty much like his portfolio from when you were a professional photographer. I think Mandy could drop that link.
50 said, I'm tired, boss. I want to go home now.
Aww. It's almost the weekend. You got this. Alright, condiment cup down. We've got 3 to run through. Nice. Oh, I can't wait to clean these too.
Sunset said, I don't have Instagram, otherwise I would.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well-
Instagram died like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Do you go on the second channel? On our second channel, you can find Nick's videography from that area as well. Videography. Instagram is dead for
Big
sure.
Boost Music in the vertical said, I'm off all week. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Lucky duck. Alright, centered up. Alright, same deal. Let's get this nice and trimmed. Straight wall, and then curved in so they can stack. Alright, underneath, create a nice hidden foot. It's just an extra step that we think makes the pieces a little extra special. You could leave the foot flat. You could do anything you want with it, but that's just how we like it. And then smooth out that little corner. Get rid of any of those little throwing lines. A little bit of water.
Are we doing no part 2 on here?
I don't think so. There's like not that much left.
Liquid said, do you sell your stuff on Amazon?
We do not. We sell on our own website on swancityceramics.com, and we sell on Etsy. But the best way to support us is direct on our website. Amazon does take a very hefty percentage, and honestly, so does Etsy. Etsy takes a very hefty percentage, but we do not sell on Amazon. Amazon also requires specific things like certain lead times, and our lead time is currently like 6 to 8 weeks, so they wouldn't let that happen on Amazon. Alright, let's see. Next up, last condiment cup here. We do our best to not support Amazon as well. I mean, do what you can to buy local, you know? I know the world is what it is. But anytime you can.
Man, is a person from the other chat asking if they sell on Amazon, come over here and I'll give you the links and a special code. But unfortunately, Leah is already on it.
Nice. Was that liquid?
Yeah.
There you go, liquid. And everybody watching in the mobile shorts feed, we do have 2 streams on YouTube that are live right now. One stream you can flip through and it's just from the phone, so it's pretty bad quality. The other stream is broadcasted from really nice cameras and it's got microphones. It's got multiple views of what's going on. Come over to the other stream. You just have to click on our channel name, click on live, and you'll see there's 2. Make your way over. It's where all the VIPs are hanging out.
15 said, bro, running crews suck.
Running what?
Running crews.
Cruise? Oh, like, because you're the supervisor?
He said, I feel like crashing out today.
Dang. Give yourself a break if it's getting to you. Just chill out when you get home.
Just take it out on
the bag.
On the bench.
There you go. Do something nice for yourself. Alright. 3 condiment cups. Stackable. And over to the drying room. Have 1 little matcha whisk holder. That's funny. So we're just going to round out this base. Come in with our metal rib. Smooth out any imperfections. Another wipe.
Hey, we got liquid over here.
Let's go liquid. Welcome in. Home of the Swan fam. Straight down, rock it back and forth. There it is. Nice crispy stamp. What everybody wants, right?
He said converted a Verdi.
Lego. Converted a Verdi. Okay. All right, we've got 5 large hanging planters to trim. Looks like maybe a dog bowl. I think we got a dog bowl up here we gotta trim. And what else? 2 tabletop planters if they are ready. They were the last thing that we threw on Tuesday. So they're kind of wet still.
Olivia said I'm working on a horizontal coil pot.
Ooh. How big is it? Alright, this guy is our base plate and our topper. We're going to start with the dome top.
It said you sell a lot of plates and bowls.
We sell a lot of bowls, and we haven't listed, we do plates custom order, but we haven't listed it yet because we do want to perfect our plate system, and that'll probably happen this year. We want to make our own plate mold. We'll probably need a couple of them if we're going to make them in production. But we need some more space to host anything that would be plaster oriented. Plaster and clay do not mix together when they're being created. So we need a space to make anything that would be plaster oriented. So that'll happen later this year. Alright, let's trim this down. We do sell a lot of bowls though, I'll tell you that. People love bowls. Right now, the most popular thing are planters because it's like spring, summer. So it comes in seasons and cycles.
Leah said April.
Oh.
April said most likely.
You're gonna use your vodka on the e-ball.
I did say my experience with women hasn't been great. That's because I'm too nice and get taken advantage of.
Oh.
And at 53, been married 3 times, lost 2 homes and multiple vehicles to live in.
Dang,
so I guess
dude.
I've become a little bitter as I've gotten older.
I'm so sorry. Dude, some women do suck. Some men suck. I think it's people in general, but forgiveness is key. Can't harbor hate in your heart. Yeah, Nick and I both come from broken homes, so.
Sunset said, how do you use 8-ball?
Can you explain that one?
Just type in exclamation mark 8-ball.
Space. And then ask a question.
It said 8-ball be like sunset. 8-ball says, look deep into your heart and you'll see the answer.
Wow. Alright. 2 drainage holes, or not drainage holes, but twine holes, one on either side. There we go.
Since it's an 8-ball, will I become famous? 8-ball says, I think so.
Oh, wow. I think 8-ball does like sunset.
They said it's because I wasn't aligned with God and I was doing everything worldly. That's not the case now. I've been a rock solid Christian for the last 4 years and will continue to do so for the rest of my life. I believe the message comes out there. Of my life. And if I'm in another relationship, we will definitely be taking it slow. She has to be a good rock solid Christian with good theology. Rosetta said 8-ball. Can I get a small loan of $1 million? 8-ball says 9.
9? It's a no-go for 8-ball, huh? Alright, centered up.
We got Gail in here.
Gail!
Said hi, just dropping in to say hello. Dropping in to like and say hello.
Aww.
Got a lot of errands and stuff to do today. How's everyone?
We're good. I think everybody's doing pretty good.
We got Carissa hopped over as well.
Let's go Carissa.
Say hi, little guy.
Aww. Welcome to the VIP club. Alright.
Say hi, little guy.
Is he saying hi? Here we go. Upside down. Center it. And let's round out the corner here. So we have 5 of these to do.
Chicken
And
lover for real.
Chicken lover for real?
Said, is every ceramic glaze safe to eat / drink out of?
Every one that we make is safe to eat and drink out of, but out there in the world, that's not true. You have to know what you've got.
Said, how's bingo going?
If we're not doing bingo today, we're doing a short stream, so we're just gonna play the games at 4 and cut it off. We did not get bingo on Tuesday, so we would have had to get a double bingo today.
Chicken lover said, what about scratches? I'm skeptical about them.
It really depends on what you are, like what's going on. There are some surface scratches, like let's say you have like a plate that has just like those black marks on them from like cutlery. A lot of that stuff can be taken care of and fixed. If it's cracked, I'd say then you should worry about it being like harboring bacteria.
Said, typical tea cup scratches.
That's fine. That's no biggie. And like coffee and tea is going to eventually stain like a cup. That's just the nature of anything acidic. It's gonna
So should I be worried about the shavings, or is it digestible?
It's not digestible. You should never be eating glaze. So if your wares are, if they were glossy and they're no longer glossy, probably not safe anymore. Like I said, like the marks, like cutlery marks, not too bad. That's not like a actual scratch. That's just like
Chicken Lover for Real said, "Too bad, I already ate 1 cup."
Delicious.
This guy was kidding the whole time.
Maybe. Those are some decent questions though. I appreciated the banter. Chicken Lover for Real. What's your favorite kind of chicken? Favorite prepared chicken? Talking chicken wings. Whole rotisserie chicken. Alright. Oh, I flipped this over already without trimming the base plate. That's a bummer. Alright, let's recenter. Decent. Base plate going on. Center them up. Bring this down, round out that corner. Connect the whole piece together.
Rosetta did say chicken wings are my favorite type of chicken.
Mmm. Definitely in a wing phase right now. Love some chicken wings. Drums or flats? That's the real question.
He said I prefer thighs. The meat is more tender in that spot.
Mmm. Is that like dark meat? Yeah, I guess I like chicken breasts more than thighs. Alright. Boom. This is what this guy looks like. Big dome and a base plate. But we do dry them upside down because this is thick and this is thick. So, go thin to thick, they dry more evenly and you keep it together nice and compact. Know where to put them over there, so it's going to go right here. Alright, we got another one right down here. Flipped. Center them up.
I like Carissa. Her
Mm-hmm.
profile pic is a car.
Oh yeah, Carissa. Nice. Alright, let's round this guy out.
Maybe you could say we're actually making chicken chimichurri this week with rice.
Dang, yum.
And Mr. Rosetta said chicken fajita is my least favorite type of chicken.
Dang. But like, grilled with seasoning. Oh, I like chicken fajita with all the veggies. this guy. Center him up. And let's trim the same way. Round out this corner. Down and around. And my goal is to get all of these done by 4 o'clock, so hopefully we can hit our goal. Get everything trimmed by 4. There we go. Seriously, so many planters. These hanging planters, we have so many of these guys downstairs and ready to get glazed. And they're so big that they take a lot of space in the kiln, actually. It's gonna take a ton of firings to get through them.
Lisa, I made a delicious lemon pepper chicken last night with homemade mashed potatoes and green beans with bacon and onions.
Oh my gosh. Can I get some leftovers, please? I like lemon pepper chicken for sure.
Chris said, how do you turn the wheel? Is it via foot pedal or something?
It is foot pedal. We do have this wheel back here that has a knob that you turn instead of on the foot pedal. But foot pedal is preferred method in my opinion. Makes it so much easier.
Put a short pole for the horizontal.
Oh yeah?
Chicken strips, chicken tenders, chicken nuggets, or chicken fingers. And Chris said, what's the difference between fingers, tenders, and strips? I generally don't know.
Chicken. I don't know either. Chicken tender, strip, and what? What's the other one?
Chicken fingers.
Fingers.
Chicken nuggets, chicken tenders, or chicken strips.
I'm going chicken tender. I don't know why.
Rosetta said, this is a hard pole.
Wow, that's funny. You said that's in the horizontal? Why don't I see that? I'm not logged in.
He said, I wouldn't mind to share,
No.
but it may not be as delicious when it gets to you.
Send it in the mail. It's true.
Rosetta just said chicken fries from Burger King.
Oh my gosh. No. Alright, 2 more. Let's run through that. So close.
She said chicken on a stick from the county fair.
There we go. That one I like.
He said true tenders are made from the specific tender, pectoralis minor muscle under the breast, while strips and fingers are typically sliced from the larger, less tender breast muscle, or processed/ground chicken.
Dang. What?
That according to AI.
Yeah, it's never wrong. Lee, what's your go-to AI?
They said fingers are usually less meat, less breading, and tenders are crispier in breading and more meat, and strips are mostly breading.
Get tendies. Gotta get a good tendie.
Pedro said finally some quality content.
Yeah, let's go, Pedro. are trimming right now these hanging planters that we threw on Tuesday.
Or is that some chicken bites from Whataburger?
Never been to Whataburger. I don't know anything about Whataburger. Did they open one in Philly before we left?
No, I don't think so.
No. I don't know anything about Whataburger. Except maybe, is that the place that you said had like the chili burger?
Yeah.
Green chili burger? Something like that?
Whataburger's good.
Nice.
They even say I have a free subscription to Perplexity right now that I've been really enjoying. But I just googled for that one.
I don't know. Have you heard of that? Perplexity? I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure. Ashley said, love chicken strip basket from Dairy Queen.
Ooh, what? Alright, felt tip marker right around the edge. 3 drainage holes rolling. I keep saying drainage holes, but they're twine holes. There we go.
Tiny said Whataburger is just Sonic with a little twist in my opinion.
Wow, hot takes.
Rosette said yes. That had the chili cheese Whataburger for a special time, and it was good.
Wow.
She said Sonic's burgers are thumbs down, can't compare.
I haven't had Sonic in a couple of years, but I grew up, like that's where my family went. We went to Sonic if we did something like that. And man, I loved it. I love the burger with everything. The tots, top fan over here. Saltiest tots. Route 44 cherry limeade. Man, I haven't had anything like that in a minute.
Perplexity is the official AI sponsor of Joe Rogan.
Oh, what? Not like he made it, but like they sponsor Joe Rogan. That's pretty cool. I like Joe Rogan.
And he said Sonic's jalapeno poppers, on the other hand, amazing.
Really? No way. I would not expect that. We do love a popper. But, man, we're kind of spoiled because there's a spot here on the beach in Clearwater that makes the best jalapeno poppers you've ever freaking had. Frenchies. They're, like, actually fresh jalapenos. Like, I think they're, like, made to order straight up. They're so, so, so good. Nice. Round this out. Boom. Nice. Flip. Center. Alright. Marker so we get a nice straight line.
So said, guys, what is even the difference between stripped fingers and tenders?
Gonna go back in the chat and read Leah and Mandy's message. They're pretty legit. What are you picking, Nick?
I guess chicken tenders.
Tendies. Alright. Nice, that's all 5. Let me see what's going on here with this. Yeah, this one needs trim. This is, we threw this dog bowl last week, I guess, or Tuesday. Pretty wild. Let me see. Looks good. 7-inch wide, 3-inch tall. Doggy bowl. Center it up. Hopefully it's good enough to apply some pressure right here.
Lisa, is that a poll or a question? I don't know, I think it's just kind of confusing. Something that I posted on my channel, the nuggets I made for my daughter, because the dino nuggets I get here are recalled due to lead contamination.
That's terrifying, dude. You go to the store, you buy some nuggies, and they've got lead in them. There we go. That's looking good. Nice and straight.
I said recall also on glass in the Trader Joe's frozen fried rice.
Glass? So we all gonna grow our own everything. That's terrifying. Oh my gosh. Alright. I'm gonna hit this with a little bit of water to smooth out these corners. Nice. So a quick flip for Cadence. I wonder if I got my other bowl that'll fit. Nice. Nice and round.
Actually said Trader Joe's has expanded a recall for millions of pounds of frozen food, including vegetable fried rice and chicken fried rice, due to contamination with glass fragments.
That is so freaking scary. That's insane levels. Alright, we got 2 more pieces here. Let's see if we can make it happen. I don't know if they're even dry enough. We gotta pull them off their bats. Find out together. Kind of wet. I don't think we're gonna trim these. They pulled off their bats, but the amount that they're sticking, I can feel they're not going to be ready to trim. Alright, where is our red scraper? Scraper.
Since I said I'm gonna go live on an island and do what the guy does in Castaway.
Hopefully better than that Castaway. Being more self-sustaining, like being off grid a little bit more would be nice. Definitely. All of this trimming clay, it all gets reused and reclaimed. So it's all going into our 5-gallon buckets, wherever I can make it fit. Buckets are getting pretty full. That's okay. Just more clay for us. Delicious. This one here too. Oh, heavy.
RBI said time to use your reclaim.
Seriously. Yeah, I mean, it's getting hotter, which is nice, but it's been kind of rainy, so the reclaim's not drying out as fast as we want it to. Definitely gonna put up some extra boards this weekend and try to get our reclaim processed. We have literally these 3 whole U's of reclaim that planning on using today, but they weren't dry enough. So they were sitting out uncovered all night, still not dry enough. Dun dun dun. Alright. Get a little bit of fresh water. Spend 5 minutes hanging out and cleaning with y'all.
RBI said, have you tried using a small dehumidifier?
We do have one.
Can't hear you over there.
We do have a small dehumidifier. I just don't like using it. I feel like I'd rather pay more attention to like the stuff drying at the proper rate. In next month when we have a different setup, the reclaim will be in a separate room. So it'll be a different experience for the reclaim.
Mushroom Island says, sometimes when you're frustrated, do you ever want to throw one of your pieces against the wall in rage?
That's when you can just smash it down. Good to go. In rage. Man, I can't wait to deep clean everything too. Pretty excited. Yeah, we have a small air purifier and a dehumidifier. But I like using like just whatever's going on. I don't know.
William just said the magic 8-ball says I'm not in the live stream.
What? Abel doesn't know what he's talking about. gonna chamois, wrung out and clean.
Alright, I said Florida is just overwhelmingly humid, so it does make drying take a lot longer.
Yeah. It really depends, because sometimes it's just hot. Sometimes, yeah, just cold and rainy. Yeah, like I said, like when we get into our next space, it'll be a whole different setup. It's a couple more weeks in the studio, guys, so take it in while you can. Remember.
Everybody we are ending this stream, but we're still streaming on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
So if you want to watch the rest of the stream, go to our YouTube channel and find the other stream.
Come over, guys.
Come on over to the other stream.